Today, we're talking with Paul about why it makes sense to purchase now in the winter months instead of waiting a few more months when rates are supposed to, supposedly, go down. It's a good point, Paul, and we're sharing a lot of that with our clients too, so it's timely, and I'm glad you brought it to our attention. Can you kind of dig into that a little bit and let us know what your thoughts are on that, and why it's more affordable to purchase now than waiting a few months when supposedly rates could go down?
Absolutely, and this is something that comes up a lot of my clients as well, a lot of buyers. Why would I buy right now? I mean, rates are high, and inventory is not what it used to be. I'm like, listen, this is the rationale. Rates are a little higher than they have been. Traditionally, or historically speaking, they're still not as high as they were back in the 80s and 90s, but they're higher than they were, pre-COVID or during COVID times, sure. Mm-hmm. But this is, what we're telling everyone. If you purchase a house today, let's say in this market, December, January, wherever it may be, let's just use a number, 400,000, just a number, let's say a first-time home buyer here, 400,000 looking at homes, let's say rates right now are in the high sixes on conventional financing, for example. Let's say 6.875, just a random number here on a $400,000 loan. Now, your monthly payment, obviously there are other components, there are taxes and insurance, but just the principal and interest now. Let's say it's, in that scenario, 400,000 at 6.875, your payment's about $26.27 a month. So $2,627. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, if you were to purchase the same house, let's just say hypothetically speaking, in, I don't know, maybe middle of the spring, rates are going down. Let's just say rates are 1% lower. Now, what's going to happen if rates are 1% lower? Let's just say rates are at 5.875. Now, most of the time, or I can almost guarantee, there's going to be more bidding wars because rates are lower. Therefore, people, number one, more people can afford more because payments are less. So you're going to have activity on homes that say we're 400,000 now. So let's say they're 450 come middle of the spring with the market. Now at 5.875, the payment originally it was at 6.875 at 400,000 was 26.27. Now at 5.875 at 450,000, the payment's 26.61. Okay, well, not a huge difference in payment. Well, I'm not worried. Well, guess what though? You cannot refinance what you owe. You can only refinance your rate. So now if you bought a house today at 400,000, you're paying 26.27, and now you refinance it and rates go down in say 6 months, that same $400,000 at 26.27 becomes 23.66. And then on top of that, if you're only putting down the minimum, say 5%, the PMI may come off as well. So let's say PMI right now at $400,000 home, let's say it's $150 a month. So now you're saving $300 because of the rate refinancing today's prices at tomorrow's rates plus the PMI. So in a $400,000 home, you're saving $450 a month now, not just the $300 on the surface. So think about that. Buying today, waiting 6 months, now you're saving $450. To me, that's material. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, I'm calculating it right now. So 450 times 12 is $5,400. That's 2 mortgage payments.
Correct. Or even that could pay your electric bill, your groceries, who knows what it goes to, or even extra money, you said, toward principal. So that's just a basic scenario. I mean, if you wanted to get a little deeper, you can even say, okay, well, let's say $600,000, and at $600,000 at today's rates, your payment, say, is $3,900. Now, if you were to refinance in 6 months and drop the PMI, that $3,900 drops down to about $3,300. So now you're saving $600 a month on a $600,000 home with today's prices. Because as we all know, prices going to go up when rates go down. It's kind of the way the market works. Right now, I mean, not that it's not crazy. It's okay right now, the market. It's decent. You can get a house for a fair price. I think in 6 months, if rates go down even 1.5%, not only are you going to pay more, you're going to deal with what? Escalation clauses, which, again, are something unique, or waiving inspections, or, doing things, appraisal gaps. These are things a little bit more advanced, but basically they're going to make your offer, in order your offer to be accepted, you're going to have to make the terms very, very, very strong to the seller, which is not always in your best interest. And that's something that happens in a market where it's, more of a competitive market. We see it all the time, especially last couple of years.